What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. Here's one thing I want to make clear. Because while we see a lot of retraction from um, state officials, right? There's a lot that needs to be considered. Now, I'm not familiar with Canadian law or anything of that sort because I'm currently in the States. But one thing I want to emphasize here is while, and I can only speak to what's happening in the States, but the one thing that I want to emphasize here is okay, we see that a lot of these state officials are scrapping the medicine passport program, right? And lifting all restrictions, right? On a state level, etc. Now, bringing it back to the Supreme Court ruling, right? On the OSHA mandate. They said that OSHA could not, it was too broad in its scope, and it could not rule on that. This is what's interesting. They said it was not constitutional. The Biden administration came out and said that each business, even though the Supreme Court ruling was as stated, each business, each independent business should still implement these laws. Because on a private business level, you can do as your business requires. So, I know that a lot of companies have disregarded whatever the Supreme Court says and are sticking with the medicine requirement, right? That in order to work for them, you still have to show proof of having your medicine. So now it goes to a private entity level. And even though the Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional, these companies are still going and enforcing what they just said was unconstitutional. This was in relation to OSHA mandating the medicine requirement. So, along those lines, it doesn't matter, right, if the state or the federal government withdraws these mandates, because those private businesses can still enforce them. Again, I'm speaking just for the states here. I don't know what it's like in other countries. And so if these private businesses are still enforcing them, then it is a rebuke to them with this Supreme Court ruling. That's my dog in the background. And so I know a lot of people get excited about seeing these state officials coming out and having headlines such as these, such as the Alberta Premier. And while I hope that it initiates a change across the board, one thing that concerns me and gives me pause, right, is that some of these private businesses will still keep them. You see Starbucks, they got rid of theirs. They're not requiring testing or the medicine. And so moving forward, it's going to be interesting to monitor what's going to be taking place. You see a lot of people protesting against the tyranny of these mandates. You see Canada's Trudeau and what Trudeau is saying. And he's not a man of the people. He's a man of Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab has said that they have people infiltrating these cabinets. That's something he's most proud of. And so, in reality, Trudeau's not the man of the people. He's the man of the World Economic Forum. And folks, don't be misled, please. I understand you're seeing these headlines, but don't be misled into thinking it's all over yet. Because if the private business sector is still enforcing these rules, even though it's been ruled unconstitutional, that should make you pause. Because on a lower level, everything's still in effect and these businesses are still enforcing it, even though the federal or state level may have withdrawn the mandates. So we'll keep monitoring that, but like I've always said, don't get my words twisted. Like I've always said, use this as an opportunity to prepare. This freedom that you've been granted, use it as an opportunity, because what's coming down the pipeline is going to be a lot worse. This is the beginning. And what looks like droughts coming our way this summer, that's going to put an increasing pressure on the already existing supply chain shortages and issues. So folks, use this time to prepare. Don't get swayed one way or the other. Stay focused. Try to go through the clutter. Stay focused. Like and subscribe to the channel if you like this content. It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.